Hey guys, what is up? It is Harpy Gaming here with another video today, and I'm going to teach you the best way to get a win in Season 8 Fortnite. And this is only in duo mode. This is in the normal duo mode. It's not arena because arena you can gain health. But since you can't gain health, I'm going to teach you how to get a new win since they added the new update where it's basically torturing the game. All the pros hate it, Ninja hates it, Tfue hates it. A lot of people that actually really like the game hates the update, so hopefully they revert it back. Anyway, me and my buddy, we went to uh, the Viking Village, and we just thought that would be a good place just because of the zone. We kind of knew where it was. We didn't really know the exact place, but we kind of judged to where it is, so we went here because it's not as crowded, and there's usually like nobody here. And it actually has really good loot. Like if you think it doesn't have good loot, like it does, because I like straight off the bat you can see on my screen I got a blue pump. I was checking on my teammate there, but I got a blue pump and I got a med kit. I got a bunch of different stuff. I also gathered a lot of mats because you need mats like severely. And get as many mats as possible and get gliders because gliders are gonna really come in handy. And if you guys, this is basically what I call this theory to win is basically survival of the fittest, pretty much. That's basically what it is. Um, so, and get as many materials, and you need to make sure you're full shield because if you go fight somebody that's not full shield, and you're also not full shield, you have equal chance of dying. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. Make sure you have a lot of heals before you go into a fight, and make sure you have like a lot of mats, not just a little bit, not just a couple hundred. Make sure you have like over 500 mats of each thing, or not of each thing, but mostly like 500 mats of one of the things before you go into a big fight. Because if you run out of mats, you're kind of screwed, and that's not what I want for you guys. So, yeah, I want you guys to be able to win, and if you're not very good at the game, it still doesn't matter. If you're good at the game, it helps you out too. If you're trying to get your first win, this also can be very helpful for the new players. And Epic's also changing strategies, so lower players that aren't as good can make it to the end game and possibly win. So that's good for Epic Games on their part, or that's good for the players that aren't as good as most people, or aren't as good as some people. And most players you find in public matches aren't the best players. Like they're not going to be like Tfue or any of those players, so you can outsmart a lot of them. And most players that are mid-game players, they usually aren't as good. So once you get to mid-game, it's not really that hard. Like that just it's not as challenging as the beginning game. So when you mid-game, you can just kind of this might sound weird or this might sound noobish, but since this new update, the best play style to do is not to rush everyone because if you rush everyone, you will die. Like you don't rush everyone because if you rush everyone, you'll have like 30 HP, you'll randomly get shot and you'll die and no one can save you unless you have a teammate, but your teammate will get third partied as well and it's only up to you. It's only up to him and while you're down and the other person probably will finish you. So also make sure if you do want, I mean you can fight, but if you do, you need to make sure you have a lot of meds like I said previously. And you want to make sure you have mats for the building. And you need to. And when we were playing this game, we got distracted. There was my teammate saw a dude down there, and we were gonna go down there and fight him. But I was kind of hesitant because I was trying to do the strategy, because this strategy works. Um, After I recorded this video, I won 2 out of 3 games using this strategy. So yeah, it's very efficient if you want to just get wins. If you want to get high kill games, that's different. That's a completely different way of playing the game. A different play style is what it is. So yeah, it's a different way, and that way is risky because you could die or you could survive. But this way, usually you don't die, and it's easy, simple for new players that aren't ninja, that aren't pros at the game and think that they're sweats. So yeah. Sorry about that, guys. That was my dog barking in the background. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure my dog just yeeted. I don't even know, but Anyway, to get back on track, we were getting a bunch of matches as possible because we were headed to Polar Peak to loot the place. We were gonna loot it, and then we were gonna go to the marked area. We were gonna go a Lucky Landing because that's where the zone. That's the back of the zone because we didn't want to go directly into the zone because if we did that, it wouldn't have been good because there would be a lot of teams. We would get pinched, and if you get pinched, it's just terrible. Also, if you're ever in a fight and your teammate, you should always, if you're fighting someone else and then they're fighting someone else, but if you see your teammates getting shot at or whatever, and you have a perfect angle on that guy when your teammate doesn't, you should shoot him because you can get him weak and then you can pick off the other dude. That's an easy, obvious thing that a lot of people don't do. A lot of people focus on one person, they won't focus on their teammate in a fight. Because you can tag them for a little bit, and then in this update, if you get tagged at all, hardly, you can just be one-shotted pretty much. Like, that's how bad the update is. Like, I feel like they should add back gaining health, because that was a really good feature, and it was very helpful to every player. And I guess they would just want to slow down the game. Ever since like, previously, they've wanted to slow down the game, they sped it up. They did all kinds of things that I don't agree with, because they aren't that helpful for the players. But I mean, this update could turn out pretty good if you do the strategy. It's not as bad as what everybody's saying if you know how to handle it. Because the pros, they rush everybody, and that's hard for them. It's hard for them to rush everyone. Because when they rush everyone, you can be really good and rush everyone. But if you get tagged at all, literally, like, you have a chance of getting one pumped. So yeah. In this situation, I got shot at when I was trying to get a ammo box. So I was freaking out because I was like, what the heck? I didn't even see that dude. My teammate told me right as I was getting shot. So I just sprung into action, built that wall back there. And there's a team above us on Polar Peak. And we can see how I easily avoid them from getting the high ground. Okay, they think they have the high ground, they're overconfident. They're just kind of sitting up there. I don't even know what he's doing. He's just kind of sitting up there. But we kind of flank him. Like, if you ever have the high ground, you can just kind of flank somebody if they're on a natural mountain or something like that. You can flank from behind them. That's what we did. We built up, and we were making sure that they weren't going to shoot down on us, because I don't know if they knew that we were coming. So you gotta go. He kind of had some build failure there. So, and then I kind of helped him out here by building that little ramp there. So what we need to do what we did, is we went up the side farther up, and we knew that he was over there. We were gonna trick him into walking into this hallway and then pump him. Like, use both of our damage, because double damage is always best. It's not like 1v1s aren't good because you have an equal chance of dying, but when it's 2v1s, you can just equally do the damage. That's what I've been doing, and it helps you out a lot. If what I wouldn't categorize this as camping. We heard the dude. He was on the other side of the wall. We were gonna wait and to see if he was gonna walk through here. Then we were gonna pump him in the head. But apparently he didn't walk. So I just was like, I'm just going for it. I'm gonna be overconfident. I'm just walking straight to him. But I mean, I was like, where did he go? And then we realized that he's farther back. He's kind of retreated a bit because he's probably trying to get to the zone. But we're not really worried about that. We see him in a baller trying to escape. So we should try to shoot him down and stuff like that. So yeah. There's a very important mistake that I made when I was playing this game. My teammate had the low ground, I had the high ground. He got shot, and then I pumped this dude, and then I pumped him in the head. But if he would have had a teammate, I would have been completely screwed because, yeah, I would have been rushed from the side. But also, don't take reses when you don't need to. Don't take reses at the non-appropriate times because that can get you killed. So I suggest not doing that. Okay, what I was talking about was Lucky Landing. This is where we needed to go. We were at the back side of the circle, not the front, because the front you can get pinched by other teams, and we didn't want that. We were going for the dub. And we weren't really focused on kills, because if you want the win, if you really badly want the win, it's first win, you're not going to be focused on kills. Like, only sweats do that, and sweats usually don't make it till mid-game. Like, I'm just being honest, most sweats don't make it mid-game. And I was joking around with my teammate. I was like, I have a habit of doing this. And he just starts dancing, and I'm like, what the heck, bro? Why are you dancing? And he was like, oh, I'm just messing around. Because he was getting hyper from from that we were actually winning. And sorry about that noise in the background. So yeah, we knew already had this win pretty much, but we weren't sure. We made some bad mistakes, but we came out with a win. Then I make one of the worst mistakes I've probably made in game. We are just stumbling around. We were like, "There's nobody here. Like, where's all the teams?" We knew that they were over there, most of them, but I still had that emergency rift if I needed it. But there was a team literally about to glide on us. We didn't realize this. We heard the rift, but we didn't think they were actually going to come. At this point, we were just looking for somebody to rush, honestly. And then we just see this random guy just kind of sitting here, just minding his own business, and I just tag him for quite a bit. Then all of a sudden, these sweaty tryhards come back there and build a base and think they're all cool and stuff because they have the high ground. But I couldn't really do anything because I was getting shot by the dude that I tagged. So I was like, I'm not gonna get pinched. I'm gonna let these two teams fight it out. And if you have a rift at that point, if you're in a spot like that and you have a rift, I would make sure I use it and get away. Even if you do get tagged out of the air like I did, it's worth it because you can get to the zone and it's easier because you have an advantage. Even high ground really doesn't matter if you're in the zone. Like you'll see what I mean by this when I win the game. The storm still travels the same. Like high ground doesn't mean anything. In this update though, 1x1s, if you're in the zone you build a 1x1, it's pretty good. Just don't get sniped or get shot because you can there's a team by me with miniguns. They were overconfident. They thought, "Oh, we're going to win this. We got the high ground. We're going to be able to shoot all these people that were below us and we're easily going to get a lot of eliminations and a lot of kills." And that did not turn out very good for them. I don't have a lot of mats because I've kind of used them. So I'm kind of like, I gotta play this smart at this point. I can't really be rushing everyone because I have no meds anymore and I have no mats. So if anybody rushes me, I'm gonna kind of be sneaky about it and shoot them. And my teammate starts to make his way over here. I'm like, you got this. You're fine. Hopefully you'll be able to make it over here. And he does pretty much. And then I'm like kind of weird what's happening. There's this random dude that just pops out of nowhere. I have no clue where he even came from. He probably just fell down. It wasn't the same team that was on top by the minigun. It was a random dude. I hear him coming. He just doesn't even realize I'm even here. Then I just kind of walk around to the back of him, pump him in the head. Well, I missed that shot because my accuracy is terrible. But I kill him. And then we just all of a sudden, we're like, oh, we got this. This is easy. And then we just get shot from above by that team that's just up there. The minigun dude. And then there's another guy up there. So, yeah. Also, my teammate does something a bit, I wouldn't call it a very smart move on his part because there's a dude behind him. He goes to shoot the other people, and then I get attacked because this random dude that was downed was in the background. I was gonna try to finish him, but then I got shot by some random dude. Then there's this random dude. I was like, oh, I'm dead, and then I get a lucky shot on him. I'm like, heck yeah, and then I go. Then I see this dude up here. He's so overconfident that he has the high ground that I shoot him in his base, and I'm like, I see a slurp juice, and I'm like, I'm gonna grab that, and then I was like, oh dang, I took damage, and then all of a sudden I win, because I knocked the dude up there, and then there was one dude left that somebody, I think my teammate damaged him, but I won from that. So yeah, that's how you get an easy win in Season 8 of Fortnite. There you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you like it and make sure you subscribe because it really helps me out and makes my channel go. Turn on those bell notifications so you can get notified when I make my new videos. They come out every week. Yeah, every week. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video and I'll see you guys later. Peace out. I definitely wasn't toxic at this moment. No way at all. It's not like I'm doing this emote for any particular reason.